eso ya boaboa no no yede nyina aguo de amamo ewo eye dwumadie eso na dwumadie de ebramu yi wonim se enye yenko an edi dwuma ne mo ene edi nti ba bibia wo bia no a wotie eye dwumadie anase wo hwe live on your TV anase from eye Facebook ana YouTube no osu wa kwanya se otimi do messages eba ewo dwumadie so aye bekenkan ne ahwem ede amount ene anwumre ewo highway sports dwumadie no so number no audio SMS message anase WhatsApp no befa 0241915555 0241915555 ho and audio messages fa ibenya bre ene adaje na yetimi akenkan messages mu ede amount ene anwumre ewo eye dwumadie so enche Solomon Kata ede ebekwa amono ne nkofon cross na fin sema wo ho nyina no solo ede aguo ede ama enesu Europa League ene conference league yese solo yemo omunya mo qualifiers
Europa League
Europa okay
yeah.
Enti Europa League omsu playoff no ene eyade a second leg no ebeto aso nyame yadmo wo china ena UEFA Champions League round of 16
yeah
knockout round of 16 draw no ebetimi abaso na fi Europa League so draw no so etimi abaso ni nyina ho nsem solo aboabo no ne de aka ewo amano ne odni nyina bebreye ewo dwumadie so ye befia ensem ebedi ho enkomo ewo dwumadie so former coach Edma Santikoro ko wura ma so konadu wa kirechirem ekwan ese kotokofa so fa coach o kire the standard untimi nsore prekopeso agofa coach bia so me coach kotoko but o kire ekwan ese kotoko fo fa so no mu yi coach ye de hunsem ebetudwa ewo dwumadie so saa so ena lawyer Safuduku ono so edinsem atudwa efa ensesem ekwa abonten se interim management committee IMC of Asante Kotoko ye dissolve no lawyer Safuduku akasa ede afahom ene odu ani kire Accra Sports Stadium National Sports Authority ena National Sports Authority for inauguration for ceremony of the standing committees of the governing board of the National Sports Authority committees ahodo no ena omotena se omopepa hontuma Legal and Conflict Resolution Committee, Security Committee, Infrastructure Committee, Technical Committee, Research and Training Committee, Finance and Administration Committee, Audit Committee, Programs and Project Committee. Ninyina no ene omo yeso omo pa ho entuma na omo hihye bibia wieye no na nipa ba aduasa. Is he from say Solomo ye former workers of National Sports Authority and as omunye former workers of National Sports Authority.
So far the ye nyante say ya revoke appointment.
Appointment ya revoke ya catch ya mbofanka say o. Ya mutu 122.
Unse oma catch ya mbofanka say on revoke appointment wo so mo letters.
Okay.
Na letters na ya ewa amanone. Oba no msa atwo krata ma ne say ya de na ese ye no.
Okay.
Eno no twentwen na say enra e ma ode krata ba o gitum say appointment na mfa kwan paso. But so mu ye free hode na no so ya another subject for
ene inauguration be koso na nipa ba aduasa. Omo so ye demonstration. Ho din ananye demonstration kitwa. Nti ama inauguration no
na boss enipa 17 e come appointment as e dey ne dru aduasa. Ana ebi mu so kan o mu nim say e dey free minion so e ba me so.
Say interest na do so. Omo nyina so no omo ye omo a omo say omo boae
MNDC ba power.
Eba power.
No mu qualify say e dey omo share hode.
Edidi aba obi ntimi didi njabi. Ana say a form opposition bi a untimi sore prekope enkase wo yomo edo mo free ho. Ya mpofanka director general Edema National Sports Authority. Wakasa edi afende ye kire koso ewo Accra Sports Stadium. Eno so yebedi ho enkomo. NSA da ben ho bedwo. One area pa danger kwaba. One area pa de bia to kwesi wo. Unzo mampanyini bae no kan hyehye ankomo ye ne say even Black Stars budget bibi bia fast sports mu bia yesa aban bo ho ka no eja ke ko NSA NSA no ene de be kwa koma the ministry but amanesa ni nyina ne say NSA ho no enwoma ye koso ho no nyanyoma papa na nsemu okra no nkofo bi susu solo omuso de betu dwa say eye the director general me amenwa ya ampofo anka menwa panyi pofavoro aha my eye Angolan colleague aha say ono susu kra na katua no bae no ono abomodin atum over 300%. Nti no susu kra ho asem eda ho no nya asem ketwa wei ene nkomo bebre ene ebedi bafo say NS anana say the boys ne nkoho
hey me wo the 6 or 7 sins of the new board chairman of NSC.
6 or 7 sins.
Yeah.
Dr. Fred Awa. Oh, the 6 or 7 sins. Bonin in Sianen soon. Dr. Fred Awa.
I me to some in but okay, Quaduna staff no de bono de are. 7 sins of the
staff no kwadu de bono na wo kan wansem.
The 7 sins.
Ban sam okoso ho.
There's a coup to oust and then yes canon.
Yes.
Some
of the owner
ya for papa.
Ombeso butu no.
A coup d'etat.
Tuni se banche.
Ombetu ni se banche. Say on for 19 from year dia ombetu no. And he say he addressed the demonstration. Was say once me I'm here nobody can sack you. Now senior a giga board chairman no nyasem ketwa. Or say or no he is the main man to be antimini director general nko deal with that his express knowledge and consent. Over 2 words no. Express knowledge and express consent or knowledge.
Ni me no nyina.
Ni nyina bi atumi express.
Se obona mane ni se.
There be say
na wo to abeka bafo na se beka je me cheche mchew. Ha?
Se consent ni se obo nipa na mane. E na knowledge ni che se onim sa ade ne koso.
Owo hu nim de.
Yes.
Se ohunu.
Yes.
So also piniso se monye.
Yes. Na se amane bone ba na.
Obo na mane no ohunu se ni na person monye oho.
Ehonyo.
Da be jadam.
Ehonyo.
Jatu ejada NS mu nya jaketwa.
Onim se workers no. E se abra akatua ntumu ba no. Ebi mo se da bi. Omo de omo mpe. Se football ho pa dia. Omo mpe.
Oh, na se omo nim se ban ha na ya ye omo we ni bia.
Na wonim se board no. Whilst the board chairman has kicked against 17 no. Staff accusation back on say he has employed more than 50. It is
but say as
thank you.
But say as a idiot.
This is the video now.
You know, Uriah Ampofanka, Director General.
Yeah.
So your appointment there's a approval from board.
Oh yes.
And I'm
yeah.
And I just sanity. Mama ya juma wo cooperate in Ibusam.
There be ewo.
Yeah, and so the partisan demonstration when ya fencing institutional demonstration.
So we the board chairman ne director general no bi obi a omo ye NDC for no NDC for I do matoto ano.
Say omo ya juma anka omo ye technocrat ne ade intika omo ye won say anka omo nye partisan biem
onse lady crow abon NDC duku
be crow NDC for be mom hye this intade be crow e bi crow guboto mo ede man ko force
hey Azode edo ye bibia enyi
na yes masenu
na say Fred and one no yes dey be a subcommittee for dey be a subcommittee for now we dey ni peba na dey be bia also ntia say
about 15 standing committees and about 20 subcommittees and now what can you almost say you cannot come and transact business at the NSA without honor. And yes, say, Obi kura ba hono mo a, ye fan say bia boss. O kope stadium ho akọ dia ko bibia. So, Obi ko director general ho. Na bia wa director ko area estate or say so say whatever. Se mo ko mo ni director general ko din ko ma wie no. na wa frɛ mo say hey number den wa ha on so ka ye pe baby e say ni say na ba da nya wo say na wonu say me na esa mo ba me ho and on say we demand say o ma no office ho stadium ho say na be ya obe running board no on day to day basis na me hu bi da say board aye no day to day ni nyina aye some of it me born na o so aye ni bi no some of his sins ni bi no o say he's demanding for an office at the stadium o say as the ball child no he comes to the stadium every morning to say obi asore okọ adwuma pepe no better na ho nti mo man office no was sitting ne desk let us say oye na adwuma as the board chair so na be ya obe manage the whole thing no on day to day basis
ya te etibafo e beba ne abedi ni nyina ho kobo
very interesting
ene omomko demonstration omo se bom di tujo nyina no e ni nyina e beba se solo
boss
fa ye kwa kakre na afi
em no fo no so ba o
ba fo bai
o mo na mo kwa so mo ba
he
yetu
omo ba he
na hina me no wo nyekuma ase
na yekuma ye da bia ba fo ba
da bi we mu de wo mo ba kuma ase
abere
se adwuma na beda ho
na adwuma se prince osu ye
prince osu ya go from fa be adwuma ase prince osu where is your brother Lawyer Safuduku where is he
Safuduku
we
o Ghana
Ghana nimpotem fine
NSA comedy and cause NSA he was supposed to be part of one of the committees about the brother and then no so NSA
but one committee no or the mofone ba e bia by this time cry no if I'm not afraid that metima ka say bia omo ye adru
Linda do
Linda do matter all that oh
na say kwan traffic also
Safuduku na kwa information wo no ba wo na otro wa nui e go ka se sie ya
ba boss omo chema mrofo 2 coaches no be adwuma de ene no mo NS
o ma na twom ticket ba na
dey kotokona de omo ba
fi kuma se kotokona omo ba
kotokona de omo ba
kotokona twa ticket
krofo hu Lawyer Safuduku ene mrofo na NS what time issues ne ba
Safuduku se kotokona de omo ba
be si omo ba
na boss mrofo 2 then said the danger ka mrofo 2 ne Lawyer Safuduku free cry e ba kuma se
eti ase no se muhu se abrofo 2 na wo se odo mo
the danger dey also the men on the ground actually ne say
yakomu akobusem wo mo ye 2 mrofo 2 kotoko high tech 2 coaches mrofo that's a crap mrofo is
ole yemko Safuduku na mo information bi bat
ana me kama akuna no kan ho
de jama na no
da bude to bo se wo ji machini okay enu nyime no ma be du china ye nyina
say lawyer nko a ohun kotoko ni bi so aro kala ya ho
a crap person na o kan ho bi no mo ba
a crap person bay
oh you know him I know him
feel like the MC danger and then you cry feel no also be my picture cry o jeji no be
oh no me time na so one kan chama mama ko bismillah ya me se so be no kwa you go bismillah ya
yes on be duru anum na said the oka no omo be start adwuma te said the ese body be start adwuma na on be try my season na end
season be end on start adwuma but practically no they will not be on the touch line but omo ye adwuma on be ko training grounds omo ni players ne be kasa on be boa in terms of coaching ni strategy ni formation ni sa no mani nyina
coping season ni be end
most the players no to know players no how they play their game almost strength from weakness ne sa no mani nyina no on be the team na chi akoko matches no mo so be to identify players here I recommend it they don't be beef up team no for next season they are coming they are on their way coming to Kumasi
that's it the nyawan I mean show na oma nkwa tenten
amen kwatiti bi
oma bibia o yesu nyi
so they be men on the ground in the room be scared
oma botom nyema
amen
they be adon sa show botom a
bibia be kwa
your men
me ba ye am bia wa mami
ozai
nkase me wa mami wo se
na say wiye nyina de wiye nyina de nya profit
na say na bi mu de ye ibsi
ozai ha me kwa dem ye kwa me de besaka and let's go at yeso yete won ka che ya film NS wa film nyina
NS ba so ya me nto nka me sro
hey eduru ho
no ganche o se o de KBS nso so aba operatofo
NS ana eni di nkomo ache
okay
NS
o se me mbo amane na na o ska
se system ni mo ye din o
o se 450,000
is your motor class no mu si o mo si ye to
450,000 NS Honda 70 bi no
Highlander Toyota Highlander ni bia
yeah boy
minim honestly
NS we hammer why
we part of form wa de won to
I'm Moses the system ni mo ye bari I say we ya boys we ya no the social media no na de ode ba nyina o masesa no eno say ne nansen ya DVL for so mo be kwa bochi akoma Ghana for
pressure ababo se so pa say the MC was
pressure ba ya fedo say mati Ghana for asem
na license no abrocho mo de ye oh mo de ye
say Ghana license international license
Jibo menim enu am hu issue menim of Ghana from table che be folding ko mo se enye hwe wo
wait there so yeah to say US no what the kwa o chance of getting license one easy
but na omo ba omuntimi premium service no ma ko renew
so they kwa buchi o ha
there we job for the boys I oba na me renew
yes we try ticket ka go din go for be
yeah wait a man for see aye ne no
but no ba ne de onu wan kasa de obeka bi ohun ohun asem ko
na oye ezu eza DVL boss mo kasa chere wa ba bontia be ka chere say DV plate 490
yeah
they say DV plate upe bia there for about for benya 1,600
out of 490 no
yes I'm the my boys in
1,600
more than
oh last week me nya be 1,004 me nya be mo be
so about one time ka just a day 490 into my non say yam penju for no yam hwe na yam tutu nyoma yi na say the nyoma si ko ne de on ha be kwa fa asema ba system no more den mo ye she babo nyeize o
ba o Friday ana jozo na mu a boys
any je de yam si ho kwan
ana ni je sika nya ne de boba
debi
ko de we boys ni ku town ni mu ana jo ana se me de ha me timi si from Friday ana jo se me hwe
any je sika jozo tina de bia no se boys mushia na mabobo mpa ya ama mo ho anya hwe edu weekend abako
be yam
hello yanko
mate enti yede kakreba that was just by the way na yedi nkomo kakra ho microphone cross ye ba sesi a ene ye won sempi
adebo ho eba untimi ma ne nko ese wo ye ne ten yanko be kwai
okay
yanko be kwai
mate ase
Ashanti South
yeah
na commander
okay
commander nyaba
right
one ne staff awmo ho omutie
oh nice
yeah ma ka to say last year ni this year
yeah
police for almost award IGP dema
okay
ntinka yes sports say no to say football dey fe Ballon d'Or no police for Ballon d'Or the whole Ghana
o say
o ma ye ball ma ba so da bi de ma o ye Ashanti South
oh sir
the whole Ghana
wow
akomadanya badano
hey no boy adwuma o
yes omo ho de logo area
enye kasa bebre men on the ground omo ye adwuma no debi echa commander
echa commander da yasma ye kan say MPP ni NDC ade amoye Ghana na mu hwe MPP ni NDC ade amoye Ghana mu hwe
na no akoko asembai MPP ko form Crawford ko press conference and NDC so akoko form there akoko press conference bi e kasa kire Crawford
ode yanko
we say yes the system is hard but minus you
right enti Barcelona so na ya shensem na say free awiya omo ay announcement say Frankie de Jong apeke inji e training grounds say best 4 to 5 weeks on to me ensia kan emfa ema FC Barcelona womum ebobo koromu chemu a obe return wa bromo ebo Champions League best quarter final say omum etimi qualify the come anymore at time no and omo expected Frankie de Jong eso be return e de ama FC Barca womu etim na big blow aeba e de ama Barca ene adwumre ewo dwumadie no eso wuramo Cristiano Ronaldo na so ya announcement no aba UD Almeria Spanish Division 1 side Cristiano Ronaldo akoto 25% stake UD Almeria mu and they say we part owner of UD Almeria na de tie 25% na watono Saudi investment ena oni omakabo mu a wono som akoto stake UD Almeria wonwe bobo krono na odi oso chese announcement no ebaye no ena Cristiano Ronaldo di tuja so wono any long time ambition ese we contribute to football beyond the pitch enti we ena opeso shase na oye na de tiene say UD Almeria woman a strong foundation and more clear potential for growth and Ronaldo Samoa what them tuja ya jem ehun sam na jema ewom jumade so now come Madrid one bobo kono so aso enra unim se Kylian Mbappe want to me am bo Madrid ni Benfica game ni bi enso ewo UEFA Champions League no emu na Real Madrid de ba ese 1.5 months Mbappe entimi si akai na omuso hwe ni mu a ese Champions League ni best semi final ho baby so omutimi come anim dia Mbappe ebe ready na wa back at the Ama Madrid one so kwatena fie best 6 weeks e ho no so big blower ye dem ema ayamo e wotumadie no eso jogging club e na owura Austria report kese pa eba eso owura ne crap percent ka okwiti Red Bull adwuma no na osan returning to England no be coach edema Premier League clubs no bako na semi babonte unim say Red Bull wo mu CEO run din adi Oliver Mitzler wakasa eno say report babonte nyame enum ni crazy be complete nonsense ni na ne say enya dia jogging club aka channel eso peso ja Red Bull adwuma no muguso a ebo adwuma mo hwe ni mo ese bibia enso ebeko kama edem Ama Red Bull wo mo group na no run dindi Oliver Mitzler awoye CEO edema Red Bull no so nsemo a eba enra Juventus ne Galatasaray game a wo mo boy no say Lloyd Kelly enya red card Emma Juventus at a point on board 10 against 11 for a greater part of the second half extra time. Now after game no na Juve trauma UEFA say referee na no D game no wa mo mo kra na red card or the man Lloyd Kelly no na unintentional on say ohiko ye obelande no na the boot ebetia we no Galatasaray omo midfielder no chese ebetia ne nan so eno omo man red card na Juve so we dey wan sheda any at the UEFA I responded Juventus omo team no eno ma cho se uye player na ude o start na se boot no dade na wase no ude be tia a player na enyam a strong unfair contact with a player na a red card into a crown omo Juve nka so omo hu eni kwan se nka omo ba report bia ede mo UEFA omo nim se ade na unintentional but o share the magnitude of contact na a deserving red card and so on man no Jeffrey way from Ekoma Juve wa bra Lloyd Kelly enya red card Inter Milan and I say one more any Di Pedro Porro chipa now some komo omo shase di ya no enye ne one more person Pedro Porro eba no be replace Denzel Dumfries ewo ni fan so on na yese Tottenham Hotspur at 25 million euros and ato Pedro Porro ni tiso ese Interpa wo mumra na omumefa no muntia says kananya dia we no mbetwe no sene abasa bia negotiations is kasem o de ba no abefa no ejene ko Royal Moroccan Football Federation the banking story say making rounds ese omuze so mo appointing new coach ejama Morocco wo mu national team no wo se no kra bia nim enya dia coach bia ba na omu coach dada wo hono no ene kosua edi juma eden ema national team na eno de efiri oba na se Walid Regragui amrebia enche ode resignation letter ko he eso person jai juma de no no a ena eguso to juma de no so a appointment bia emai enso Thomas Muller yes say oko Vancouver Whitecaps akwa no se Bayern Munich no odo papa ne shin pass ano de bobo e Bayern Munich a Bayern design any dingu so no eno a ena oyusu e Vancouver Whitecaps e Canada oda so e de Asia kan enso e eye Canada mine mu eno e Thomas Muller one so e dia eba ene anwumre Reko Herbal Mixture woma dauma ena yedi dwumadi na eba pressure cocoa infections menstrual disorder afe bema obebu adwuma yi a Reko Herbal Mixture general well-being immune system benya hoden Reko Herbal Mixture enoi ebi ewo baby eto no bia ewo oman mu ade Ram Pharmacy Herbal Shop and chemical shop benya bi na wato ofre na waje dodo a 0244 470067 0244 470067 Reko Herbal Mixture na ebeboa apomode ne papa Betamot eguso a maya hoden vitamins B any C ewo mu a yede 100% true malt enso ede ema na akọ suzona enya sam ketu nkwada ne mirika pa omutu ho no enye easy na onim se Betamot a ene ema nkwada ne nyina hoden ne nya ne se womo ene ye Kumasi Inter School Super Zona Sports Competition committee no womo areche partnership a suzone shase nyina ba bia be fa bia Babara Sports Stadium Betamot pebinom anase pebigu free gym na enonom ne nkakra beboa na oso wanya ahoden mapa Betamot extra malt extra refreshment PKB group of companies womo ema brand new car battery ni bi na omama brand new car tie ahodo bia ebi ewo hoye de no ena eye papa ebo no ewo form o car ne benante kama esu ni begina so a car battery ene car ties no ena oba na wabejibi main office ewo tafon kramofo ase ene hwe ni mu ofori chrome New Road Junction and Crime Brigade Teshinungwa Beach ekwan na eko temano eho so ubehu yen ewo ho na waba abeje oso oniema 0209170030 perfect skin and body therapy pimples stretch marks nenso obey koche tattoo any akre ebe free skin any body no shape ebe kama perfect skin and body therapy and adu any chim ewo yasoye Kumase and crying and attack your branches ho for 0553 312 911 0553 312 911 perfect skin and body therapy be perfect happy sunshine education project Lavance and a day aba ye boa education wa Ghana auto Lavance anyone the tomato mixer or donate 1 Ghana city to support education entifa Lavance on your kitchen companion fire aduane onkwan no wabomu ebema na ye de papa na waboa ama adisua atumpon ewo Ghana bash my decoders ni nyina bi ewo na so ye game centers hotels guest houses restaurants individuals mumra bash digital satellite decoders they have football matches ni nyina ye ho na eguo ye installation ye wia na ye recharge account Abreport Junction ship mu eho na ebutu 0200 05 0848 0200 050848 there is sorry no Nescafe na unim se Ramadan busumi Nescafe tonsa afrel se beka ya namonto sonku bi ho ye be kire odo ye ni aso na ye adoye na enafu aduasa ene akwan aduasa ubetumi anom o Nescafe wa anigye ene ahonkamu sa wonom eno nko a anase wode ka bibi ho ma atere wo se ase da biara ka cho se okwan foforo bi so no wote ahomeka Nescafe de ma no ho se wo ye kremoni na bompaye se yesu rimpaibo anase iftir mpaibo woni adofo nkamom na momfa yen kafe ano no ya hodo a ya to ye mbo ase aye no kama yi enje moni so person kan bibi kakra efa ne ye kan ho a content ankese ne so Nescafe website and our social media handles ahodo ne so na obehu ensmp e de afade e kan eho Nescafe abusia ema mo Ramadan Karim Nescafe, make your world. Food and Drugs Authority, Aje Ejedi Nkratui, Ede Atum. Ye jina so, amanoni nsem aba awiye, aboafo nsem so, ye de aba na awiye show no, etwaso, ede amamo live on 100.7 Oyerepa FM, live on Oyerepa TV, digital terrestrial channels. Ye waswa.
Akwa the message abapa me kohoro me kawo akwa ne jeje ma boarding
sa o the message next one
o the message abasa men kan
guys ye kan dey understand about
enye izo
onte so
masa usu betua
na untimi van kontete cd dey no me dey am the kontete cd dey no
baby na
oh ase ya we dey say me advert am go boy
ka ba ko
ya say me 30
ka ba ko me wie
na ma
we 700 Ghana
oh
yes
oye detail
and then me kan wa asem wa hase
na battery credit DC cars 15 plate yes
other one no wasaji me 600 me kamanum sem nyina wanti and then o de abasa
o ya so say dashboard no mo ye enema bi o say ni nyina kan o de be
Andrews La Liga Aqua me catch you say dako menya so say na menya
they want
me can about handle business so menya problem
they want your coin so ya
they wo mo stadium side o
okay
aye so say me catch you say menya aye oje me 700 car back another car oje me 600 and then o the message about had the men can am some more company din
kaya soro ya from the area
ba chobra na be hu route no
captain asa me yan say so to 2 seat soro ne from the aju say
say me so akonya meti so Mr. Ajima toy
okay
na microphone so toy
na chiri din
anti and ye nyina no ye diko nti menyawo
ebi o blow we simu nyina ma
da bia me catch you say dako the message beba and ade aba na menyawo yenko yenim same ya fa ma sokuna du nhyase na ora ma sokuna du former coach e de ma Asante Kotoko wa chechim Kotoko fa coach the standard of coach is Asante Kotoko etimi fa nyoma eso mo hwe ansa no ma appoint coach ora ma sokuna di aba and the squatting susulu ye negotiation wa ha
okay
at times say NSS changes bi bem
sa ho
na
so won ka no
na nyoma timi ko kama ma no so tem jana say oh me hu bibia kama wa ha
na ye be then the owner
na so bi market the median ma ba be no ha
okay
uwi abre chire ha na be enti solo boss yenti maso kunodu na ninsemode atu edwane same coach maso konedu
about who fit the bill, Kotoko has, you need coaches with characters to handle the pressure and their fan base. So it's all about being patient and making sure that you go for the right one. That's it.
Coach Maswo Kunedu ena otenenka concerning how say Asante Kotoko an appointment in terms of coaches. Sabra no kase Kumasi Asante Kotoko any coach. Interim coach in Prince Owusu ena Jumana Maswo Kunedu achire na adwen ede afa.
Nti asema Maswo kan aminti uso adwen kire wo.
Kan sambo ni bi man.
Sa
repeat encore.
It's about who fit the bill, Kotoko has, you need coaches with characters to handle the pressure and their fan base. So it's all about being patient and making sure that you go for the right one. That's it.
Okay. Alright, Maminti.
Discussion on Kotoko coaching will be massive. And they must get it right this time around, Jibo. I was a captain and Opana made didn't come about Ghana Premier League and Kotoko and has going 4 years without winning the competition. And unwarding. Se has Kranon se Jibo Moko Ben Fibe di Onomonje. But within the line, the Biana Kotoko ne has Ewrem Ana Jibo or Mobom Modi Anomoje. They were in the conversation here there. Na the amount common here interesting here say the last 2 appointments within Asante Kotoko, the fans had enough belief say they were the people omobe dane nyoma no. Let's start with Coach Ogum. Ogum eba ne second coming. A coach ana waje the Premier League first attempt wo Kotoko. Emaninya some sort of backing our Kotoko supporters mu pa. And also the Kotoko team was not a team anaji league no. So checking and saying Didi Dramani first season or G League ma Kotoko. But say Didi befa a Kotoko team anaji league and amasokunedu. To share from Oguma as a recently no coach and the first ultimate Kotoko G League. And that team in the league winning team was Masokunedu. He was the last one. Oh yes, I did for Kotoko. Then Ogumba ebe the same thing. Team need the second under Mariano Barreto made some changes, questionable transfers. Where transfer now Kotoko under Ogum that season, people had a lot of doubts. Augustine Japan coming in. Jibo now and any more guest in Japan. Oshe a year in Finfinhoa. On a Lamte by no. Lamte from Interallies by Fabio Gaman, the no order Agada so by Sheriff Mohammed from Utrecht by on Isaac Opon Jibo Isaac Opon by and at the time I'm not in Bella any figure ban Jibo Nani Padodo saying any momo. Now she Diano Shikaka nebe Agadas Amankona to some extent Richmond Lamte. No no Ghana Premier League conversation or why ye bibi kaka. And one player na manfo who pass ye Samalapia tender from Midiama. Inti bana upon Infege Mbella Samuel Boateng coacher from Future Stars Sheriff Mohammed Augustine Japan mo these were Selkai Apel Andrews Apel. Now guys na was a Kotoko na dem kwala eBay and this am far ne ba am far okay offer bundidi to sound far and in same p beba. So the system was divided. Ewo Kotoko adwuma no ho. Then Ogum came in. First 5 matches Dibona 13 points over 15 massive start. And no twice wa Dibo or the Ghana Premier League. Owie Premier League na issues about transfer Kotoko Africa na same pie hu yan say the adwuma na to. Then IMC by na Dibo mko fa ne by. So there were high hopes based on the obey in the first season now with the Kotoko team. When Timmy repeat is hard, and in fact, Oko trophyless. The first season FA Cup, Jibo Amfa, Karela United were Tamale 2-0, and a Kotoko JL. League Kotoko ended up around the 6th position, not even in the top 4. Then Kotoko tried the following season, but when we at the time Anna OJ Ejuma, I think Kotoko was around the 5th position, and an FA Cup Kotoko was semi. Anna or Hessen Obeyen in Yoma Eddie Akonenim. Into Ogum second coming wanje trophy. Then Kotoko Hampiki Zito. Emma Zito by. Zito Sunona Amanfo believe pa. Based on the NYA with the Dreams FC team. The season before Sobano, not the Dreams Aqua Africa semi. And Jibo Zamalek Krana Ebe Mafia Dreams were Hanom Shomo 3-0. Okuhudu amu to a 0-0 score line. Far away. Intinia trainer on to say inexperienced crowd nearby no. And people felt Dreams FC. That fairy tale story made me know the Confederation Cup final. And as Zito by he lost one match in the league that was against Vision FC 3-1 last day. The following week after losing 3-1 to Vision and of course a Golden Kicks FA Cup. Then won the President Cup, Koje the Toyota Cup, Ebeje the Champion of Champions. Then all these competitions were considered as pre-season competitions. So his target was one, you need to defend the FA Cup, win the league because league no the third. To this time around, you must move from third to first. And Africa, Kotoko must play the group stage. Zitobe Luzu 6-1 on aggregate to WAC of Morocco. Massive disappointment to her. To Kotoko and Remo the group stage. Then FA Cup Diana at home, which appears to be a big chance because traditionally Diana you Kotoko free Kumasi Dejibo amanfo ni GDA sa but pet team na aduana aka kotoko ato form wo FA Cup mu na we yi kotoko afrim then in the league otena FA lose to have to folk tiafe na ma the chances of kotoko winning the league no so aba from them penifo so mu ja easy to kwan. So the last two coaches who are standing Comunico, even Mariano Barreto, who are standing Comunico Seydou Zebo. Even Maso Kwedi Ukro Kasai, the second coming Jibo. Anko ye compared to the first coming of Free All Stars, Edicot Kobeji League of Free or Equia assistant coach or the Blasters. So the appointments around Kotokono in recent times have been a bit shaky, having its own challenges. So this time around, no sabi you BMS, so you're careful, papa. You cannot make the mistakes of yesterday. For the pedigree of the coaches now, Bano. Zebo Bana ni enkai kweni ni so Burkina.
Yeah, but the Yamsha Ghana ha. Based on the Masok Nedu Ken, you coaches ever Ghana ha. Omudru said the Masok Nedu Ken.
I want to ask them no one. Because so standard until na me bo Maso coming in back to Kotoko. Now the Kotoko Abeji League wako Blasters akwe interim head coach. Okay, Ghana qualify for the 2015 AFCON. On they Ghana qualify you.
Yeah.
And Sunday you in December and penny 4 points Abraham Grant.
Abraham Grant, yeah.
Abraham Grant Ghana beko akwa kudi second. You lose on penalties. Internet team say Blasters level. No, he was in charge of the local Blasters. Such a coach he back Kotoko. I mean in terms of CV, the tradition of the club being a former player. Wabeye Jumani be paying. Nay top. But I'm causing a peno. Then Barreto.
Maso one Free All Stars in the bar Kotoko.
But me kind of second coming, no.
I will come say baby.
O Free All Stars by no Beji League no koe. Into a koe no koe Blasters a Juma koe local Blasters a Juma. After that no saba back.
But I said that time so our bar no cra sa CV no. When to me and yet said oh yeah
exactly.
The first coming.
Exactly. The first coming went to me and no. Because the first coming or he hit the ground running. But entimi amfa. Then Maso by amfa. Then Mariano Barreto. Na ye nim shekra nim se Barreto ye former Blasters coach. Jibo. Ne se utini dia to say we coach pa. Bruni Fita say standard ne de. Even 2004 ye fa Barreto so mbe ye Ghana adwuma de ani ye boni dia to say coach na aba no no oba en Jibo wan hunu so. Barreto was out of touch with the game.
Oh, Kotoko.
Oh, bias amfa.
Hey, we are sure.
Oh, Barreto.
Yeah.
Ne Barreto na some obodu shen.
Oh, now there's some obodu she could be honest on your day.
Onti Kotoko and Haas na a drew matcha. The winner win the Ghana Premier League. Obekaya. And a Kotoko Accra. And they lost by 1-0. So share Barreto experience. That was the time I saw Chere Jumano say Jumano ni Jumano. No, I'm talking about the entire narrative. Because it looks like it do because that Johnson Smith record near better than Barreto. No. Then Kotoko FA Cup or Boase. Well, that season na Kotoko Baba Romombo na Nomobo or Boase no. Against Brekum Chelsea. Say league now far Barreto in your BB. You win and say no so. Brekum Chelsea you got to from penalties quarter final. So in the two competitions he had the advantage because Saha's match was one match and then Barreto debating winning the heart of the Asante Kotoko fans, beating Haas and eventually winning the Ghana Premier League. Amfa into a buy no one baby so na chain or more no.
But one massive player improvement.
No, will be improve. Will be any who improve here.
Hey,
no but me Mambako. Will be improve. I remember that squad.
Augustine Okra.
Oh, David. Obia improve.
Augustine Okra.
Obia improve Jibo.
Ganiyu captain. Okay.
Ganiyu before say
even boy Mukofane from Sunyani. Defender in FN say.
Habib.
No Habib. Tall defender. I'm fine. Nancy Okobi Team United.
Number 2 no.
Apple.
There be Apple ba ogum time.
No Apple.
Okay, Apple ba Barreto time. Yeah. Yes, Barreto time. Apple by the first season, and about Apple, you who light in Apple and the Ogum crowd than we you.
Barreto,
dear, your Kokotko history books more. Modebo from Papa in recent times. Zebu was far better than Barreto.
Oh, Debbie.
Oh, Chibo.
Debbie. Now Barreto is really good this again.
And at that time, Obefa team, not team, were doing well. It was a good team.
No more that say.
No, it was a good team.
No more that say.
Dibona make a just here. But first one we Kotoko were not bad.
No more that say.
Oh, I would have to get you the exact position. The exact position there I would have to get you. Babeka as season na battle between Kotoko and Haas and the we league.
On the book Lusu Gabon.
Oh, I never done it better. Barreto dear. Oh, Fred David Munana upon some Mukrana. If you're more county or more mistakes or more taking decisions, maybe your man taking you be on the back home. Yeah, the expectation and the hype was not up to standard.
I'm not coach. I'm a coach to training guys. I'm a coach about.
There be we abroad from the tactics no. Dibo, we've got to have been through the whole process. Tina my mount. Okay. Records no. It's
my can we message we Victorious Collins or say for me there is no local coach who can take Kotoko to where we are supposed to be. I have always craved for a foreign developmental coach. Football is a serious business and the talent in the team must be improved. Any local coach be able to coach Kotoko?
It's a big question. And Oscania it raises a lot of issues. To say no more. It looks like majority of them no enya attached with Kotoko. Now locally, Tanko has not really proven to me enough. I don't know correct answer ma. Though this season or born home with Mediama, but it's because Kotoko and Haas are not in their element.
That means any could be or Kotoko.
Tanko nye anything extraordinary. Or nye anything extraordinary. He's just slightly above average. Obeka Hwine, coach Frimpong Manson, won the league with Gold Stars. Ni Gold Stars for ni doing come omo kan sem bebre.
Sensembe.
Oh,
Chenya Frimpong Manson e dom jili.
Oh, omo kan sem bebre.
Ensembe.
Oh,
there be say asem na kan mood.
Omo kan sem bebre.
There be kan the next episode is almost enye Frimpong Manson dom jili.
Take anything away from Frimpong Manson.
But what some kan there anaka me boa.
Yeah.
So Gold Stars for can be and as a from performance coaching a Dom League.
How many matches no man boy after winning the Ghana Premier League?
After
winning.
But so G League now the following season. If modern born and Sonia and I the work as and same baby no can so muye bibia. And then after you G League man the same thing.
But the point I'm trying to make is that Coach Frimpong now with nations. What the back to kwa kakra. Was wa back to pen. Yeah, wa back to pen. When you know about, I mean, you cast your net and as at a point in time. Now, Kejumani bet dawa. Idina ne bani na idina kesi. But recently, we are having issues with coaching in Ghana. We are having issues in terms of coaching. Nipa ba kwa otimi ura system. On say some obuaduni ogura system. But also after them no. One ura system. Okay. Obi say Nuruddin. But people might question his personality to lead Kotoko. Banka o here Juma ndi anka Nuru so aye Juma. But and can will the Kotoko fan see him as the Messiah? Because Nuru once said you can face a team in here. And the Okoye or Samates no. And ka wo pe coach bi on so ura system man ka Nuru. Also a former player. But say Nuru is there's this perception say Nuru the team middle table na man no aye adwuma wo ho. I don't know if you the American or team as here. Like what ka coach what team ni kin face you hawa kin face Morrison Babaya Wadudu Osman Ibrahim mo or the omo ye team ama for team say kin face a team na you because nobody knew Morrison. You pass na name yaya. Young boys a man for ni momo Frank Boateng mu gina chire ho Akrofi has for no crap pam say wa onya de wa emre wa komidiama but not need to show the experience no the upon frane about the
coach Basu Hayford.
No Jibo. No.
Bash also need your Kotoko standard.
Oh no, Bash is the Kotoko standard indeed. But the political twist around the conversation also by there for.
I know you're there.
Oh, one say coaching who ko anim no. Na edu baby e abotre na ese de ma o ye adwuma na ese esronko. Who's a coach Bash ye coach bia nka ebia 5-year project bi na de ma no
nene say the joche de obetia coach.
Oh no, I'm not saying Bashuru effort into being coach Kotoko. Even Nurudin no kwa jibo meka no. So what tie players na me bobo even share Samates. Players are the kwa league. How many of these players were well known among football meeting? But say the Kotoko environment is in a different light. Say na Kotoko company for making it clear say ebia for the next 3 years we are building a team. And we will lower the pressure. And it will introduce enough patience for you to even push someone like Nuru.
All right.
Fawaz,
Ebisa say, what kind of personality is Ube talking about?
Oh, they will say Coach Nuru. And Coach Nuru, yeah, the calm. I don't know if you understand where I'm coming from. Oh, say fun say ne. Me say ne.
Obeyemre for Kotoko job because of how calm oye.
Oh, say ne. Say ebeto just say yes Kotoko.
Kotoko hiya coach oshe.
I said Nuru ye. Nuru I say coach say Karel or say. He is doing also is about Tom Bless no cry. Or yem of fan kwala no polish no mu ton bi.
Say do call Karel ya.
To be really be. Na wa lose bi. That's a pressure be there any ne so.
Coach clubs are pressure no ho no ya there.
Nti na make say Kotoko ne be dia tum say youth team players here wo yi. O person polish your mo a me metimi about Coach Nuru dim based on you also Dauda used to say the person na name no Dauda oko Rwanda
so be say you na kan ho asem kire me o
Baba Amadu
Thomas Dua
so no kan go ask go team no
say
but now say come and come no nya bi mbosa
no ka kire me da bia say ohebo Dauda bona obeso de ne bo but the politics e wo boase no
but yes person no use no he na Abdul Latifi he wa dudu nti say Kotoko person kosa bi maybe and the boys no person the omba he's one of the coaches in terms of developing players aya de wo pa but
yanko yanim because of time yanko yanim kati rema me coach Masokuna do amana nsi ho Osaka Safa Didi Dramani nei oye head coach Edema House of Folk Abo House for Abaso some of our Didi as their coach.
Has made a decision, and we all as coaches have to respect that. Has is a big team, and they made a decision, and we all respected that. There's nothing wrong with it. No, Didi Dramani too is a powerhouse. He's a very, very good and experienced coach, and if us has gone for him, the results is now telling. So they made the right decision. For me, it's either you take this one or that one. There are too many big coaches in the country, but if you make the right choice and it's good and it's working for you, that is very okay. But so far, I think he's doing well, and that is very
okay. Captain, I'm in TOA on Didi and so.
Clearly, it's very obvious. I think that Didi to House of Folk, Ajuma Oye, any de Gusa Oye, na Maxwell Ebeka, Igna Yaka, who say, Oye Juma, Unzo Obo Juma Pa. Only one coach, I'm will be here who say, House of Folk, position we say, Unya supporter. And your coaches, and your coach Juma, and Ama has double, say, Ama has intimate climb to the ladder. But it was a management support of Mumfamano. But just what I say, clearly, players are demand. Tamo Befa House of Folk. How I transform team, not only on the league table, but even the way how the House of Folk play. In the House of Folk, a bobo, Obia who say, House of Folk a possessive side. They weren't like that. Tamano eba you know. Obeso no, you clearly see that this is a coach's handwriting. Juma Oye obvious. It is a House of Folk bobo. That's even House of Folk. Lusua, that's all draw to say Obi a onimbo mukra ka ka has nya so and so say ehye baby say ya anketimi ya juma so obi a bebo na baso so normally ya na nye so coach edi team bed league nko but how coach no everything transform team no until recently House of Folk liga na I am sure kakra supporters now that say now ma ka omo nye comfortable with their team. But the House of Folk supported to be the because your team no you better compete for the league but ono ka say better compete for the league or one match ono be ka say you nya strikers bi e she say ya e ko ba say na ultimate for blame ma coach do so much coach sometimes ya na oye good based on the kind of materials or the air man indeed he has gotten to that stage say why adwuma na almost adwuma so yin na why am a house of folk team no aye team you watch them and you're happy except that with this transfer ban and the management unable to add 1 or 2 players to the squad no and am a house of folk at the say you know ama the league table no who's a house of folk nim who's more compete said the same compete for because last time I hear analysis be so the league log as it stands now house of folk I think we 18 points at home as against I think is it protocol was 22 I think we added 3 to 25 or so points 1 points are our way so if a house of folk had done a little bit our home and every other story would have been different because many teams they do well on home games so house of folk teams about for example last game on against Chelsea and Bechem United no clearly 2 coaches now another 2 coaches now call with a certain game plan among house of folk penetrating in their last third no attacking wise no house of folk team no form so let's pack the bus let's play it compact in the midfield and defense you have frustrate them say yes sir because omun team create a lot of chance no money a lot of strikers a bit me I know you bit man and they any other points no very floor and you know who the team no strength no what build a team no in such a way that it becomes very compact for any team so one team in sha obeshe no that's the house of folk team now or so clearly who coach Juma Oye so I think say Maxwell Ebo house of folk and individual money about what it's in order now to go argument you know if you don't take care you better to coach and to go na coach of Babaji League with the team there I don't know want to win sanje Oguma Babaji League
what years ago to go
sa 7 na me extension
na woni visa
o sa maye na America create o se me hanu yi na when o ka say na o de kaka no
de ma o say wo ye
amigusu ameye bigu amere me fa atiesi ya de am da bi
Mr. Yeboa o ya o se me hasia say wa wo hu
am say bo hu
o hu ade asia wo ye
da bi bo hu
say you busa no question no what question what free question na tiesi be foforo
o
me wie say see na Mr. Yeboa be frame say wo ha captain dodo say wa Mr. Yeboa what be o hu ade wo ye
da ka baka hazie no na mi twim baka asem na uzara wo kana ho asem nyame because that conversation ya hwendi a ye be ya kasa ha coach bia no entimi nye Barato coaches a national team and
okay, so this is from Obo Barato Din. Obo, this is from David Obeng. Or say Barato was our most technically gifted coach we had. The only who had individual sessions with players, manage health, weight training, and visibly improve our goal scoring, and ended up second on the league after playing all matches away from home. Obviously, there were issues at the end of the season, but on the job as a coach, he was far better than all the rest.
From the management point of view, I would agree perfectly with a friend saying, David. On the now other sonum.
Say all the rest.
Odansonum he worked
and I don't know say but you
he worked with him but not somehow a typical supporter as if Kodoka will not see this coach a typical supporter or any football supporter will not see this but as a management member now with him maybe offer a team no the kind of players and the attitude what was happening no bit mark at the work. A supporter want to see a team winning. So supporter don't know what to say, but to because say you really no grant interview so go any toilet facility at the training ground what can say no jar. Okay say we go man at distribution on into. But we are not can also that is true. But me argument me say if Master Clone is coach or character, right? What it takes to coach Asante Kotoko. And so be our back Kotoko. First in the Kotoko League. How do you describe such a coach? We have about 3 or so coaches. Ogum, but the second coming, things did not work. That means Ogum, and another opportunity to coach Asante Kotoko now. Obetimi. Master Clone workers say, Obetimi. Did you draw money? Say house of folk. One say, house of folk Juma. Me sure say Kotoko supporters. Even though Swahili Kotoko, 1 or twice. I don't think so. Kotoko cross support. No one believe in sir. But a nay, I don't know. At the friend say a pong ball. I overheard a Kotoko management member say, if maybe they'll have to chase Didi Dramania. I was there with Obed. What I say, I'll pass it that comment. I think maybe they'll have to try and see whether they can chase Didi Dramania and convince him to come to Asante Kotoko. But what did you know? But Kotoko supporters, they didn't trust him that much. So more of the time, I don't think it's about the coach's technical know-how, but sometimes the support and management. And so they be mano a shape coach.
Okay.
Coaches. What I say? Has the I see the air from Haza. Now somebody was telling me that maybe at the end of the season, because team no.
Because of the offer.
Because the name all go through. But who's like a car oil? Be your church, including Asante Kotoko supporters, see the Dramani say he has transformed House of Folk team. No, even though Kotoko supporter and Nams on House of Folk one person be praising Kotoko, and House of supporter person be praising Asante Kotoko. No, Obeka say be on your but in the closet, Jitum say the Dramani is doing a yeoman's job. Our House of Folk, you clearly. Sir, to be honest with you, myself, I didn't know. Did it like I'm seeing him now? Maybe in instinct with the national team, has transformed him.
What
I say? I didn't know because
the Didi I know said Didi coach team. Now for so many months into a players car. I dare back about Didi and he said okay about players.
That's it. Very well. Very well.
In the time at Kotoko during Dr. Sapon time. Edru sanyo manyoma na the way obe face management no mo de asiani no enya asem ketwa enti meti house story names Didi Penny.
No, he's a much more transformed person. So I think that say coach ba Asante Kotoko the kind of supporter management edibema.
Okay, yen hwe we so Victorious Collins ye biaba na mababa afo so. My mama be 1 minute, one mama be so 1 minute. And son Mako danger man ho. Was a striker. There are a lot of coaches in the system. But when was the last time you heard a local coach is going for a refresher course? They don't improve on their knowledge of the game. And that's why. There's another topic that we can discuss. It's another topic we can discuss. As much as I can say, it's included due to the money. No, that's what I can generally. What I say. Coaches like Max Economic, for instance, he started things with the national team and I think it's up there. Obiti said Ibrahim Tanko also is up there. He started things with the national team and he's getting to a certain level. Refresher courses. You see the point? Maybe any public said no, but they have a way also improve on it's not because I think the national team to call level be. Okay. What I say. So I think that me basically I want to believe with say clubs know and how to manage your expectations. Because we say Zito in Asante Kotoko. Even the management was divided. And then at any point in time they are stuck, your cousin, they said the support to crowd, they were not doing it. But they will turn around and say as a coach in 1A. But they knew that the team, or the emergency team here. At the point in time, they play our top your turn, and they want you to perform as if nothing has happened. So always sometimes the support that the management give to the coach. Oh, from what I say. But Captain, some call back for na obedient for me. Yeah, had a course for National Sports Authority. So you for no, and above one card and 1 hour. Over ye nama. Oh, as a cardeba, some me. No near seminal. Assembly ye. Huh? Huh? Are you wearing your jersey? No. If I said jersey, it's what you the support management. What are you saying? What my support you do? What do you expect? Oh, but this is not fair. If I said jersey, I had the referee. Hey, if only are you nothing? Hey, you. Hey, if Inti ya Bofanka after say demonstrators they don't want them to join. We need response out the mouth.
You are Ghanaians. Yes. Even if we put politics aside, you guys came when we were down. Yes. We cannot abandon you. Yes, sir. But there's miscommunication. There's a little bit of mischief on some people putting wrong information out there. Yes, so please don't fall for that trap. If there's any issue, you read online, social media, just come and ask. Okay. Do you understand? Yes, I beg you. We are one family, we are together. Ignore all the social media negativity. Nobody here is going to lose their job once I am here. I will protect you. Yes, Ghana is also with us. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
I say no one is going to lose his job once I am here. Until Winnie Bosha, Director General, National Sports Authority, Yao Ampofuanka, the Emma demonstrators I ne. Omukupi moha omama subcommittees lunch no entimi amaso mamefa we ntoaso communication director Edema Asante Kotoko lawyer Safuduku ono so say entie ne nem krom obi aka bi say dissolve IMC no yemfa fidie so ne kan kire obi ase enya nokre na se bibi ewo ho ebeba efa Asante Kotoko ne IMC ho a eyemanhia ne be communicate akire wiase nyina
me no kasa se yewura etumfo ni Ghana mamo ha omu se owompanifo mo hwe na chi manager but me kan se IMC no se me no kasa be sinei yemu no se yegu IMC a manhia ebema omanfo ati nhyiamudie de ebra no be ya no isan se wonu se de club no manhia je na ade no eho na instruction no dodo no efi nti ebra no be ya no manhia to nsa frɛ IMC agency mo ema kwantre ne yi no ade a etakoso ndi ze nhyiamudie bi beba enya de foforo bia.
Okay, eno lawyer Safuduku eso dia ode aba efa IMC a nam wiem se ye dissolve no eno aba be chichirim bafo two expert coaches ni de say asemo ya aba ho asemo ya aba ho asem kese pa na asem le ba ne se abrofo de minister Safuduku nam se adwuma fofo no mbedi enye Kotoko asem ebe world cup ya o se enye Kotoko asem ai o se enye Kotoko asem Luka so mbedi dwuma fofo ebi akamagie not na o se enye Kotoko asem enye Kotoko asem emre be kire na da roma sa tai hotel yenko e mama nti se ye nyina e wa kuni ase ne se kuni na se so do kan hono kan uma se mtwabuda le yenko e boss na se nkan na no manam no oh do no be they were spotted at the MSC from there no mko pair bi kaka de kan o man anya brofu ye mbe ye stadium bi ya ombe stadium de hin say na wo de wonu say baba yara ne Accra Sports Stadium nyina no ye be kan gufuma me esini foforo kan nyina gufum o ye be hwe ni nyina gufum no na sports minister kwaka Adam Refu oh yes waka na minim say no mo say ye bi o me 3 bi no nsem no eno no dan chen na Accra Sports Stadium baba yara so Kumasi de ne de mete set na aya asase na ye the issue na but the umbesinti then eventually no the decision was that you said say Baba Yara will come down and rise again. At the Kumbesi Fufu Kumasi. No, instead of say Baba Yara will go down. No. Oh, Debbie. That's any advisable. Assassin. So, but
assassinating now, so that they were also looking at proximity. Tinina became a factor almost discussing.
Minister Baba Yarani a class possible. Say no the captain me catch say in one of government delegation be meeting air course war London. Minya opportunity be meeting ne kakra. Ati the air course nyina. Oh me ben. O say.
Omo meeting now so offer kunya so nothing change. And now team
say on baby anesi asiati. Ne baby ameti. So mudi kuma na mo bese matibia.
And you can meeting no.
O say.
How they say it here obi aka program no.
O ba mbeti edi kuma mente.
Oh. Program obi aka.
Anti. Na nkomo okoso pa na ye nkomo ache se emu hwam. Ana nye nkomo kitwa. Ache se.
Stadium for the here modern the here. Ghana here modern one.
Every na ankoye National Cathedral.
Entina na a part of the
here pa
a part of the discussion no. And entina na more pass as no. And entina na more pass as no.
Na say even no decide so be renovate Baba Sports Stadium to a modern stadium a ye chance ye ko start no foforo. So we dey ho ni ye kika ba bi agu ni ahyehyɛ ni ne de yasa pages will be.
Also sometimes you look at cost. Any architectural framework no.
But me dey memeti and so man panyina so kan say other regions na omuni stadium no. Eno na mbesi stadium.
And foforo in dey say dey eno so ho. Eno so baba ya.
Maybe to say Sunyane Buno Hafo. Omo capital say o kan so mbesi bi ho. Eastern region no mo de ba kwesi wo. Voter region no mo de ba kwesi wo. So na me che no. Na for mo sisi ko. Samesi voter region mo hin stadium.
I don't mean stadium.
Samene de wa she ni jesi o.
Voter region whole sports stadium no ho.
Na hostel unu city
whole stadium.
Unu state.
State mean and can go down and rise up again.
You know sonny.
What I mean,
hold the park. Stadium.
It's only a friend.
A park.
So you there we are cooking this. A
park. More land can see how come about.
More land.
Babo me deal.
Your money.
And boss NSA issues no there is getting murkier by the day.
Sports Minister Omrem.
Sports Minister who bo dada. On one person has been fingered in the matter.
Fingered?
Yes.
So I had
now only say sir issue of Yambo Frankra appointing me past 17. He has to relieve them. That's a general near the adeno. Some things say the board chair and the sports minister
are
one side, and there are suspicion and speculation allegations. So what was to take from around the circus now? HSA there's a coup d'etat seeking to oust Yao as the Director General of the Sports Authority. And for instance, Anka Yao decision to employ these people.
Can you problem?
Can the SMU say the director, the board chair, ever Yao say come for ratification? Say ABA to say they can earlier on say you cannot employ people without the express knowledge and consent of the board chair. And the board chair feels Yao as the Director General they need to be acquired employing call for. Yao also for say all these people are guys, party people, they must also be employed. And they were employed at the time and now Indian Constitute Board no. And it's a board no bar. All that the board chairman needed to do was to call the Director General for ratification. That's all. And yet say young Pamu employing for. Then the board chairman now decided to set up committees. Committees that Utie almost say they are almost coming to play the same role as the board. And no, ever chair, some committees, no. Now reported to him. So more or less, no. Some people even think say he's seeking to sideline the board itself.
Sir.
So that he will be working day to day with the those committees, no. In effect,
Legal and Conflict Resolution Committee. I want to know if you do work or no.
Okay. So what I say. So enti day to day bi no if there are legal issues the no omo report to my board chair na board chair no mo adili na no ma ye adwuma we say there's another one. I think there's a committees in Mamie.
Security committee.
Security will be also so.
Infrastructure committee.
So
technical committee. Research and training committee. Finance and administration committee. Audit committee. Programs and projects committee.
They will be reporting to the board chair instead of the director general. So, but also what I say, and your standing committees, some of these are already a standing committee. Or by no, was I forming ad hoc ones, and the allegation is that so then he's almost employing more than the number. Yambofanka employing almost say a dozen because you are only 17. We're then 50 something. So obviously, no, we cut 3-4 club. I say buso. Okay. So those issues are all there. Then, or some committees we more he invited them for your commission on master Juma. And a woman or catch a yow say almost no. Almost to feel one or more for bear 1 year. Yen to our mocha. Or my baby man, Yakofan for Abitu Moka, or Yen to Moka. That explains the demonstration.
And based on promise, Yambofanka de Maomi. So no we insida TBU Modi. Now board as you say, Yamomo Kofi, but for dinner we see.
That's a grand coalition. Grand coalition between the board chair and the director general.
One the baby.
You see, who ding, if you can see him.
Omi one and holding.
Honestly, for instance, he said a board chair is in him, he said no. But you have the same name, and you say, we NDC trend.
As a board chair in some more than power.
A body say, until now, come minister, and I say, we a minister already Nankasoro, or Mark using this what take his size. Minister no, obey bread, say, obey resolve this. She say, Bia, a body say, things like this, normally, no, say, Umbetmania, good resolution, maybe the chief of staff or the president himself.
If you want information, say the assembly sequel, say, more demonstrators, no, if you are report to case, no, Ediama. General Mosquito, National Chairman. General Mosquito, so I say, over from Mumino.
The National Chairman himself, maybe the General Secretary, maybe the Chief of Staff. But where's maybe the President himself will probably have.
That's a party issue. We are national issue.
No. I take it partisan in nature. And until I say, and they are supposed to be technocrats, but and the only technocrats, he said they are party because because they've worked for 1 year. And the board also the board has not even had 6 months or so. I'm not even sure. And at the time you are buying, he needed these people to work with. Because all going to mean so he set up all these people to work with. Tinameka said all that the board chair needed to do was to call his director general. So now you're the superior. So you call your subordinate come.
Mate.
This employment, I didn't see that. You hear how we rectify them and then we get going.
Alright, Fire na yanko a year and a tea for near her force na no more in Kunkudi and Como. So what David message?
Miss Viziana on the message.
Okay.
I have my own doubts.
Sir, I well explained.
Oh, the bad address, you know. Media resource of course, or not them. Not them, but oh, but if we are talking about improvement of players, I mean, we saw Sheriff Mohammed in Isaac Opon, in Wagesne Japan from Ogum time now, the Remu Blast, local blasters. In Bella, in Mukwala, it becomes difficult to see him for a barrier to do because a barrier to time needs idea. But in some o'clock, okay, can no cran enough for see kotoko history crankets me paper say one be adwuma kora pen anke beboa pa and oba once am born modern papa bia once am born modern papa bia ansan ka enti
mobet me afre maba program no so why na mo de madwen kire aba beto aso enti same yana ba ne mefa course why
you heard David but I think say Jibo baby I no free ban pa there because me class Zebo ye adwuma one day I have to talk about Zebo. God of War.
Udi baby akaza finado wasema to aso but lo radio set na TV set mama why Kabito lo radio na mama mesel why
Ya from Kabito
yetio
Yeah, Mr. Support the Nyanko Boa Sunday, your match. Yes, support the Senator. The XDM for the Antu Maki. The Nyanko Boa Sunday. Then I am a Shabbat. Support the movement.
That's a capito, Yentuaso. Udin baby akaza finado wasema to aso. Hello. Okay, hello. Hello. Okay. Udime we akaza finado wasema to aso.
Yeah, good evening.
Evening.
Yeah, maybe Eric, make a set like
Eric yetio.
Radio Miss Radio I say be na do to anymore. It's mo started the program na ya mo yen won. Let me say pa but every time I'm over discussion now local na to say they are more ka kotoko me no me kotoko fan. But before I tell you your person time I take that part no. Me Europe we number. When you say so bet me at the radio station this work and so my here. Yes, me show mo pa
yeah the better why yeah that's a so Udin baby akaza finado wasema to aso.
Obojibo.
Yetio.
Afoma.
Boko.
Eric Mafuni, Accra.
Erico, yankoi.
Edwure de na me fra bo mo ba so na edwuma pa mo ye de mo ye. Edwuma de mo ye bi much mo we so se mo bua o my Ghana. January na mo smo be enti. Abasubona na me.
Oh. Hello. Udi baby akaza finado wasema to aso. Erico fache na me say lines to betia sabe bi. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, I'll pay you. Maybe I can say finado as much also.
Me pache me Christian, me kasafi sari Jaboso.
Christian Jaboso ye tiu.
Pacho kotoko born e me didi ye pa se kotoko berene.
Okay, because